What a pro!
Oh, this hole's gonna play so well.
This is hole 7. It's gonna be technical, but it's kind of a breath of fresh air for a shorter shot after a very long set of shots out in the back clearing. You're gonna go hole 4, 5, and 6, all being quite big off the tee.
We wanted the basket to be visible from the tee, especially with the elevation change. And it's also nice for the player to be able to see what they're aiming at. If they're accurate and they don't overthrow it, they should be able to land right next to the basket. But if they try to go for it, they may go out of bounds and go in the creek. But it's still a considerable putt back to the basket, almost circle's edge. So it's about a 30-foot putt back to the basket if they do happen to go too far into the creek.
But if you miss, turn over, and keep going right, you're going to end up in that area that we need to clear.
You know, we want to create an element of risk versus reward on this hole.
This is what we're going to start with. Dropping this, looks like it wants to go right towards where Dave is now. Where do you want to take this, Dave? This tree, towards you or towards the 17's fairway? Okay, I believe in you. Well done, Dave. Let's go in the right direction. What a pro! Well done.
So we just dropped down, you know, a good size ash. Got a couple more to do on this hole. Yeah, it's a safety hazard. So unfortunately, the way the ash borer killed the trees, it rings them around the bottom and then they're just gonna tip over in a windstorm. So we've been working with the park to get rid of as much dead ash as we can. So, and now we're logging it up so we can use it here.
This big tree is one of today's major tasks, but also we're gonna clear a lot of the space here that's to my left, and we're gonna make that a lot less punishing because one of the common mistakes is gonna be overturning your shot off the tee, especially up high, and that's just gonna keep carrying over to the right side. And you shouldn't be able to score, but you shouldn't be screwed.
The miss is to the right. So that area, unfortunately, has been an area on the previous hole where when we took down trees, we kind of just dumped all our scraps over in that pile. So what we're finding is we're ending up moving some old piles that were made 10, 15 years ago that are now in the way of our new hole. So we can't have people standing on piles of logs or in an unsafe area. So we got to clear these old areas where trees had come down, nobody had dealt with them. Another tree had come down on top of it. So it just kind of made a mess.
All the brush is going to be cleaned, right? And then we're going to have that completely open, and then we're going to have the white basket, and then we're going to have white stakes with a white rope right in front of the wood pile. So the OB is going to be all defined. It's going to look beautiful. You know, the reason we're going to use stakes and rope is so there's no discrepancies. You don't want to have any question on an out of bounds. So you want to try and head off all possible bad scenarios.
Yeah, so this is a stream that runs right behind. It's gonna be open behind the basket here. That's why the logs that we've piled up along the edge of the stream stop. So if you come in ace running this basket too hot, then you're gonna go in the creek and it'll cost you a stroke. So you have to carefully land it. That means that if you throw like a roller that comes in and just runs into the wall, you're probably still gonna beat OB. You know, if you use that as a backstop, it's not gonna save you.
We're using just a temporary tee pad and we're just moving our basket at this time because as you clear, routes may become more apparent or less apparent. I don't know if you ever know if it's perfect because it's going to get feedback as it's played. We've been working on this for about a year so it's been in a constant state of change. We're close though. We're very close to having, you know, the final tee pads and the final basket placements. All within the next 4 to 6 weeks, it's all going to be done.
I basically said I want it to look like a Grateful Dead poster. That's where I just
Oh yeah, look how beautiful that looks.
Sell some tickets.